Hey guys, Spartan here for a quick little recap. February 14, 2022. A little bit of a choppy day today. Not too much to say about the day besides that equity was the place to focus. We talked about that this morning. Market was stuck in a little bit of a range, couldn't break out of it basically the entire day. We did do a little bit of options on the SPY today, but not much. Let's go through the equity first. We did Tesla long, which worked out really nicely this morning. For about 35 points. We had COE on the long side from 130s overnight, and that worked out really nicely as well. We're still holding that position. AMD, we had about 116. We took it long at 116.76, sold some or most of it into the 18 level, and then got stopped out the rest in the money there. Netflix, we had long from 402s into 409s. That was a good one. Rivian, we had it at 64 or 60, I think, 30, something like that. So let me just tell you the exact level. 60.89, sorry. And then we sold most of this into the 65, 66 level, so that was a good little trade there. Fresh, we took this long also this morning for a push into the 21s. We sold that and had the stops, set, got stopped out the rest. SE, we shorted this at 135s into the 127 level. mRNA, we had this one short as well from 146s into 138, so that was a good 7-8 point trade there. Other than that, most of the equity was good today. One equity trade that didn't work was cost. That one we took at 502 short, ended up getting stopped out of that. And the rest of the names, we took SPLK long for 4 or 5 points. UPST we had long a couple times today. First time we had it long for about a point. Second time about 4 or 5 points to the upside, which was a decent trade. And then Snow was another long equity trade that didn't work today. But overall, for how choppy the market was, a really good hit rate on the equity side. On the option side, we had a couple things that worked quite well. Amazon was one of them. We had the 3,300 calls, which we got about 170, 180% on. The SPY 438 puts, when it broke the 50 and made it the downside, we made a nice amount on those. They got decently in the money. CVX, we scalped that long. We had a couple scalps on Tesla 1,000 calls as well intraday. And other than that, the rest of the options we did Square 120 calls, which was decent. We did coin calls, which worked out okay, 30% on those. Square, we got about 40%. Then there's a couple things that didn't work. So we had BNTX 140 puts, also worked pretty decent. Then a couple things that didn't work. We had Pfizer at the gate. That one didn't work. We tried the calls. We ended up just exiting them. Basically after about 10 minutes. Didn't think it was going to turn around, so we just ended up selling those for a loss. We had BA, which we ended up, basically having to get out of that because it didn't really go anywhere. MU, we got stopped out of this trade, 95 calls we had out the gate. Got a little bit of a pop on them, and then it came back to the starter entry area, so had to exit that position. Other than that, a couple things that didn't work. Airbnb worked okay, actually. Qualcomm 180s. We were looking for more of a pop on that. Didn't really get much on it. It was a lotto trade, but ended up having to get out of it. And then lastly, we took some CFVI, which it went up about 25-30%, which was an okay trade. We took the 1750s. Just premium didn't really juice a lot of things up on the call side today. It was more so the puts that worked better. Besides that Amazon trade, which was good. But overall, choppy day. We'll see what happens tomorrow. SPY's extended to the downside, so are the Qs, and the VIX is extended to the upside on the daily. And typically 95% of the time this does fill, so I would expect that to come in, us to get a little bit more upside direction tomorrow. We'll see what happens though. Obviously with the Ukraine situation and everything that's going on in the market, we kind of take it day by day. Headlines are definitely moving everything. And it seems to be quite a bit of uncertainty, but not so much uncertainty where people are, exiting the market or tripping over each other to exit the market. So I think a lot of the stuff may be built in, but I think the only thing that's giving us a ton of uncertainty is that just the Ukraine and Russia situation, right? So we'll see what happens tomorrow. If you guys do want to come check us out, we do trade every single day, live stream, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We do have the pre-market session that we open up to YouTube public every single Wednesday, so you can check that out. Otherwise, if you have any questions, you go to SpartanTrading.com, hit us up there. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.